Hello everyone, this is False Mind Reads, and today I am here to bring you the rest of my 2024 TBR. And this is something I created back in June. It's just been a text file on my desktop, and every once in a while I go, oh, what was the plan when at the start of the year? Because I thought I created it at the start of the year, and I would look back and I would be like, oh wow, this is the plan. And I will say I have finished 2 of these. There used to be, I think, 8 on here, but now there is only 6, because I finished 2 of them, and that is Return of the Crimson Guard and Toll the Hounds, by the way, if you want to know. So the first one I want to get to before 2024 was over is The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. I read Name of the Wind earlier this year. I actually have a review up on my channel if you want to see my thoughts on that. And the idea with this was that I was, needing a break from Malazan, so I was like, well, this is 2 books. It's 2 books. It's not a big commitment. So I read the first one and I was like, okay. I mean, I had my problems with it, but it was good. It was like amazingly written and such. So I should probably read this one. And after, the original plan was Return of the Crimson Guard, Toll the Hounds, Wise Man's Fear. And this is like going in the order that I put them in, that I thought I would get to them. And you'll see, I'll explain why when we get to the book I'm reading currently, why the TBR kind of got moved and shuffled around, but this is on the TBR. The next one is Chapter House Dune by Frank Herbert. Now, this is the last in Frank Herbert's Dune saga. I do plan on reading the 2 Kevin J. Anderson, Brian Herbert books that finish this, but not as a canon thing, just as a curiosity. Just a curiosity, because I know some of the stuff that happens in it just by reading a wiki or something, and I'm like, that's stupid. I'm in. I want to see it. I want to see what's going on. But first, I need to finish Chapter House Dune. And Dune it's been a series I've been reading for a long time now. I read Dune and Dune Messiah back to back before the movie even came out. Or I think it was when the movie came out in 2021. And then I read Children of Dune. I had that on the back burner for a long time, and it didn't really hit with me. And then God Emperor of Dune hit with me, but that also stood on the back burner. And then Heretics of Dune also stood on the back burner, but that didn't really hit with me. And so I don't know. I don't know where this is going to fall, but I'm excited to read it. And here's the reason why I've derailed my TBR. Stonewielder by Ian C. Esselmont. I'm currently reading this. I'm just a little bit. I'm 140 pages into it. Basically, I finished Toll the Hounds, and I said I still got a bit of Malazan momentum in me. I don't feel like I'm getting overwhelmed, or that Toll the Hounds was I closed the final page and I could breathe a sigh of relief. I breathed the give me more. I need more Malazan. And so I went right from Stonewielder. I skipped these 2. Just because these were supposed to be breakup reads, because I felt like I was going to be really exhausted after Toll the Hounds. But I didn't. I ended up just loving it so much that I went right on to Stonewielder. And next, after Stonewielder, comes The Dust of Dreams by Stephen Erickson. This is the 9th book. There is a thing in here that's just to the prologue. It's just preemptive. This is probably what I'm going to next after Stonewielder. But I read the first 5 Malazan books all back to back, and then I started the 6th one, got halfway through, and then had to put it on the back burner for a little bit because I was just burnt out. But that momentum has found me again with Toll the Hounds. It really, Return of the Crimson Guard, really. And then Toll the Hounds was it just ramped it up. It's how I went from book 3 having momentum to book 4 in Malazan having a lot more momentum. It's just like that. And so yeah, Dust of Dreams was the 4th next book I've wanted to read. Will now be the next book I read. And then we have Orb Scepter Throne by Ian C. Esselmont. I think you're seeing a pattern here, hopefully. Basically, the goal this year is to finish Book of the Fallen, and that means I have to read Orb Scepter Throne, which I am looking forward to. It's a sequel to Toll the Hounds, but So now this is not a criticism, this is just a fact. Ian and Steven have really different, why did I call them by their first names? Anyways, they have really different writing styles. Erickson's writing style is very, like, I don't want to say plotting, but it takes its time and it lets you in on a lot of little things about the characters. It's very, I don't want to say focused, but it feels laser focused across a long period of time, right? And whereas Esselmont's, I'm coming to appreciate Esselmont's way of writing. By the way, I'm like 3 books into a series, a little less than 3 books. And it's really capturing me. It's really showing me why he is a great, like, second author to the series. And I'm really appreciating it, and I'm really excited for this. Not as excited as I am for A Sail and Blood and Bone, but I definitely am excited for it. So that was supposed to be, I guess if you would call this 8th, this was supposed to be the 7th. Call it 8 that I was supposed to read. And the final one is The Crippled God by Steven Erikson. I said in June, I said I probably have 8 more books in me. And I said these books. And guess what? I've read a lot more than 8 books since June. So that's good. I think, no, that's not true. But I have upped my numbers significantly. And The Crippled God, I know that I have a damaged copy, but the damaged copy is what makes it mine, okay? But The Crippled God is going to be not the final book I probably read in the year, but I'm going to try and get to it. Because it could be, I've heard mixed things about Dust of Dreams. So it could be that I get to here and then all my momentum from Stonewielder and Told the Hounds is gone, and I even put Orb Scepter Throne on the back burner. Or I could get to Orb Scepter Throne and, so the thing with TBRs is that they're not concrete. They're just, that's just how they were. They're not concrete enough to be, like, usable metrics or whatever. Anyhow, what I'm saying is I'm going to try. But currently, I'm reading on my e-reader, I'm reading City of Towers by Keith Baker. I also am ongoing with The City and the City by China Mieville, and I'm reading Stonewielder by Esselmont. So the goal is to get Stonewielder done, is to get City of Towers done, is to get City and the City done, and then to start on Dust of Dreams. So we'll see. It's more complicated than it sounds. But I do think that I could very well finish the Malazan books. I will not make any promises about these. Although Wise Man's Fear is looking, if you're wondering why they're all bent up on the spines if I haven't read them, sometimes I just like to bend the spines of books. I don't know, man. Do I regret it? Not really, because they're going to get way more bent when I actually read them, but that's just how they look on my shelves right now. But yeah, so I'm going to be really, like, just excited. Like, I can't guarantee these ones, but I'm going to be really excited to see if I can get through the Malazan books. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I appreciate you staying to the end. Have a good day.